Room 2110, I knocked on the door at the penthouse suite.
So I just woke up and it's 7:30 a.m. and I have to go to college today. But just to pick up my hall ticket, it'll be like very quick, like 5-10 minutes work. And then I'll come back and study on live. Yesterday I couldn't do so because I have to tell you what happened. Mom and I had to run a few errands and I was studying in batches, so it didn't make sense to come on live. But when we came back home from the market, I saw a whole 10 kgs bag of atta thrown around the house. By who? By my lovely Simba.
Show me your mouth.
And Dash.
What is this? Dash? Guys, I'll show you what has happened. We came back from outside and this is what they've done to atta. My God. What is this, Dash? Look at your mouth. Dash. Arey yaar. Simba, you also yaar. Look at all this atta. Who will wash you now? Who will wash you? Show me your hand. My God. You stay here. Let us clean now. Sit down. Sit down. Lie down. Lie down. No. Ganda karega meri pant. Lie down.
And they were covered with atta mixed with water and their saliva, so it became very hard. Their whole noses were covered, their hands were covered, front legs if you call them. And I had to give them a bath right after I came, and it took me 1 hour, actually more than an hour, to give them a bath, because everything, when I put water on that hardened wala atta on their hair, it didn't come out so easily. I had to like rub it and scrub it. So yeah, yesterday was very eventful. So I begin my day with hot water and lemon, and I sit down to finish my drafting of a written statement that I have to write on behalf of the defendant to a suit filed by the plaintiff. It's a sample draft. It's an imaginary draft between ABC Outsourcing Services with XYZ Retails, and I'm supposed to represent XYZ Retails. It's a suit for money recovery, and I have to keep in mind Order 8 of CPC, and this I have learned in my drafting course of civil litigation. And if I finish this draft and send it over, and if I do well in this, I'll be getting my certificate soon. It's been a great learning experience. For breakfast is idli and sambar. Look at those beautiful, soft, fluffy idli. Sambar. Here I've added drumstick, pumpkin, carrot, beans, tomato, onion, and the rest. And now I'm gonna make some filter coffee. अभी इसको, oops, बहुत गर्म है. I have to hold it from coffee decoction. थोड़ा फोम बना दूंगी मैं इसका.
Wow!
After having breakfast, I had sat down for my class at 11 a.m. This is a civil litigation class that I'm attending. It's a course basically, and here I'm learning about appeals.
We were challenging that.
So I'm finishing up an online class which is based on appeals by Advocate Mr. Kapil Santhia.
So I quickly finish up my class and I write down all the notes and all the learnings of the class, and it was a good productive session. Then I move on to figure out my schedule for the day. This is my exam timetable. My first paper is on 22nd, and this is my study table setup for the upcoming live session. So I've been preparing for my exams since the past 2-3 days, and this time we have a lot of difficult subjects which people find difficult. So there's a fear in all of us that, we have to really study hard. And on top of that, I also have UPSC in the back of my mind, and I feel like sometimes it gets too much. And I know a lot of you tell me to calm down and not study so much, because when I do my live, I go on and do for 8 hours, 10 hours. Last time I did for 12 and 13 hours even. But I just tell myself in the head that I have to put in the hard work now to reap in the results later. But I will be brutally honest right now and say that sometimes it's just too difficult to balance life. It's difficult, but you have to keep telling yourself that in the end, it will all be worth it. So after that, I sat down for my live session, which started from 4:30 p.m. and ended at 12:30 a.m. I went on to study for 8 full hours, and it was a very productive session. And just to give you a glimpse, this is how my live sessions are with a background ambient noise. Here it's a fire crackle noise or like a fireplace sound, and along with me, I set timers for 50 minutes and 10 minutes break, and you study with me for a minimum 7-8 hours. I've also created a Telegram channel with the name According to Aditi, where you can get regular updates about when I'll be coming live. So these are my notes that I made in the session. These are basically all the answers to the questions that will come in the exam. This is for jurisprudence, and I feel like all my tiny little notes will be fruitful for me at the end of the day. After that, I sat down to play a little bit Ludo with my mother, and let me tell you, she's a huge crazy fan. If I wake her up at 3 a.m., she'll be ready to play Ludo, and I kid you not, it's like her kid comes alive in her. And then for dinner, I had some mushroom soup. I asked my mom to make it very simply, just take mushroom in butter, grind it, and then make a paste out of it, add some other chopped mushrooms and salt, pepper. After that, I hit the bed, I got on, and I was petting Simba. And sometimes I feel like because of my studies, I am not able to give enough time to my two little babies, even though they trouble me so much. Like you just saw how they threw the atta all around the house. But at the end of the day, they are a piece of my heart. They're like these two pieces of my heart. So with that thought, I end this video, and I will see you soon in my next video. And I have promised myself to be very consistent even with these videos, because it really keeps me sane and I enjoy the process of studying even more so. So yes, take care of yourself. See you in the next one.